In Dubai, secrets don't stay on the ground. They hang over you, 20 stories up.
She fell from her balcony. Everyone called it an accident.
But the messages and what they did to the elevator, none of it adds up.
The first message arrived at 2:14 a.m. It wasn't dramatic. No screaming, no crying emoji. Just a short sentence sent from a number registered in Uganda. I am in Dubai. They lied to us. Please help.
In a city built on spectacle, darkness still finds a place to hide. Not every window wants to be seen. Behind these doors, money buys silence, and sometimes much worse.
At first, journalists at the BBC's Africa Eye unit thought it was just another labor dispute. Dubai receives hundreds of thousands of migrant workers every year, and complaints about unpaid wages, confiscated passports, harsh living conditions are painfully common. But this message was different. It was followed by a voice note. The woman spoke softly, almost mechanically, as if afraid someone might overhear. She said her name was Grace. She was 22 years old. She had been promised a job as a cleaner in the United Arab Emirates. The salary was supposed to be enough to send money home, enough to lift her family out of debt. Instead, she said, she had been forced into prostitution in a high-rise apartment in Dubai. Her passport was gone. She wasn't alone. Within weeks, more messages arrived. Different names, similar stories. Women from Uganda, some barely out of their teens, all telling variations of the same nightmare.
From above, the city stretches like an electric web. Bright, ordered, almost untouchable. But behind the glass, hidden in the blur of rain and neon, stories take shape.
Recruited through Facebook posts and WhatsApp groups. Promised legal work. Flown to Dubai. Then trapped. This was not chaos.
In the cold hours after the crime, the paper trail begins to grow. Witness statements, photographs, timelines, each one a fragment of a larger, darker picture. Detectives work through the night.
This was not coincidence. This was a system. And at the center of that system, investigators would eventually find one man's name.
By after midnight, the towers glow like beacons. But a few miles out, the lights thin and the secrets thicken. On a table in a rented flat, half a dozen passports and a phone waiting for a signal.
Appearing again and again. Charles Moisigua. But in early 2025, no one knew how far this went. Not the journalists, not the families back home, possibly not even the women themselves. They only knew they were trapped in one of the richest cities on Earth, completely invisible.